Hi everyone, it's Hatsy and I'm back with another create a sim and speed edit, and this is part of the series Women Around the World. So I know that some of you have been looking forward to this and some of you have asked about it, like, hey, where is it? So it's always going to be on a Wednesday, but I am fully aware that it is just past being Wednesday in the UK. I'm very sorry. Okay, so this is what happened. I spent the whole of today building a mansion that I've got ready for tomorrow, and that's really what I've been doing, to be honest, and sleeping, because for some reason I've been really tired recently. I don't know what it is. But yeah, so this create a sim is inspired by Iran. So a lot of you are sending me emails asking about Iran and whether I was going to do Iran, because it doesn't get that much representation, so it would be nice to have a sim inspired by that country. So that is what I've done. I'm actually really excited about this one because when I got some pictures through, because I got multiple emails through, multiple, and I was flicking through all the pictures and everything, and I was just so inspired because the fashion, oh my goodness, if you type in Iranian fashion, yeah, I swear this week I'm throwing out my whole wardrobe and you're gonna see me in these colours. The brightness is just beautiful and I loved that, so I really wanted to do something with that. Now I did change the top colour, so you will see that she actually has a very plain outfit on in the create a sim, but things come to life in the speed edit. They always do, don't they? But that's because I was really undecided, and yeah, I didn't have much of a vision with the outfits. See, I need to improve my create a sim style, and then it will kind of match speed edits. It's weird actually because I've been doing create a sims for longer than speed edits, but I feel more advanced with speed edits now. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on. But I was inspired by multiple people as well. I saw this woman and she was just stunning. I haven't actually met her in real life or anything. This is just me being a bit creepy online, just looking at several different angles of this woman's face. I'll try and put a picture on the screen though if I can find her. She was stunning, or she is stunning, sorry, she probably still is. But yeah, I wanted to be inspired by her because I think that she's an Iranian actress or from somewhere. So if you want to see any more of these, then of course let me know. And let me know what you want me to create next as well. Some popular suggestions were Sweden, Turkey, which I think will be interesting because a lot of people say that I look Turkish. So wouldn't it be interesting to do a twist on me? No, it wouldn't. But I'll come back to that in a minute. So some people have been mentioning Italy, that's a popular suggestion. Poland, that's another one. Yeah, there's a few. There are a few that I'm kind of thinking about at the moment. So the more suggestions, the better, because then I'll have a wide variety of things to get inspired by, which is great. And also send me some pictures through. You know my email will be linked below with everything else, so that should be good. But yeah, so going back to the fact that people say that I look Turkish. Now this is weird. So I found out that, well, I say found out because I looked this up. Specifically, I typed into Google, I'm English, but I look Turkish. And anyway, I came across a whole post which was dedicated to people looking like they're from other places, but actually not being from there. It's really interesting. It's just that it's happened so many times now. It got to the point where I was sitting in the taxi in San Francisco and I was talking about it openly with Molly and Steph, and I was look, I look Turkish. And they both said, yeah, you do. You genuinely do look Turkish. And that, my friends, is when the taxi driver pipes in and he's yeah, you do look Turkish. And that's the first thing that he said to us the whole ride there. That was the only comment he made. So I don't know, either one, somebody from somewhere in my family just hasn't been telling me something, or number two, I have this thing where it's just really rare and then you look like you're from somewhere else but you're actually not, and that's it. So yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, I'm completely English, but there we go. So anyway, onto the speed edit. This is fun. I love having a little catch up though, a little chat about random stuff. I didn't know what I was going to talk about today actually because I've had a really boring day. It's just been really gloomy. And the only good thing about today was the fact that I went to the gym and trained legs and they really hurt, which probably isn't good. So I was excited about this sim, and that is because I liked the idea of making brown eyes stand out for once, because I have very brown eyes and I do actually feel like they don't get represented enough with create a sims. I mean, considering that what 3/4 of the world's population has brown eyes, Like, you usually find that creator sims, me not helping in this, by the way, me shading myself in this, by the way. Well, people put sims with like, you know, green, blue, pink, purple, you know, whatever colored eyes because it looks different and unique. But you can equally make brown eyes just as beautiful. And I actually think that brown eyes look incredible. I really do. I'm really happy with the colour of my eyes. Like, I wouldn't change them at all. I'm just, yeah, like that's it. So I wanted them to stand out because I thought it was nice to have a sim just with very dark eyes. And I think that they look really good. So I tried to make a big deal out of them, and like she has smoky eye makeup as well, which I was excited about. Now, her hairline, I specifically wanted to make sure that she had a lot of like baby hairs, because from experience, if you have very dark hair, then you have them. I'm sorry, but like you do. And you know, occasionally, like women, I don't have this, but like women have sideburns and stuff like that. Like that's fine, you know, you're going to if you have very dark hair. It probably won't show up that much if you have very fair hair, but that was what I was going for. So I really wanted to do that because a lot of the women that I was looking at online, creeping up on Google, you know me, have lots of dark hair around their forehead. And then this was the part when I was creating a headscarf. Now I did change the colour of this. I went through a few processes, but looking at Iranian fashion, a lot of the women have very brightly coloured headscarves, which I thought looked incredible, if I'm honest. And I went with blue in the end, just because I thought blue really stood out. And I felt like the pictures that I found online, it just really represented it the most, in my opinion. Oh, also, another thing is, you may think in this video, this is an illusion by the way, you may think I'm using like black undertones for things at some points in this. Yeah, I'm not. It's just like a colour overlay that I'm putting on, if that makes sense to anyone. Yeah, so if you're like into Photoshop, you'll know that like putting black on a colour to shade it is like, you don't do it, you know? But I wasn't doing that, so just putting that out there, because you may have seen that before, but it wasn't. It was just me putting a colour overlay on and then taking it off. Yeah, so anyway, going around the sim and just like filling in the little details and just like touching up the areas, like, you know, making sure that there weren't like pixelated areas, because you know, sometimes that can happen. Or like my pet hate, if I'm honest, like my pet hate, my absolute pet hate, is when people leave, you know, like white bits around the sim from where it's been like cut out on Photoshop. It makes me grit my teeth. You know, like when I see thumbnails and you can see like clearly the kind of white line around them. Oh no. Just give those sims to me and I'll cut them out properly for you. That's like my favourite part, honestly. Like my favourite part of the speed edit is cutting out the sim so that they don't have any of the original sim game background on there, if that makes sense. So what I did here, because I was incredibly stuck on what to do for a background, honestly, I was feeling creative, but just not background creative. And I'm not very good on backgrounds. So at the moment, I'm just gonna trace some stuff and make it look neat until I feel confident enough to just go off and do my own stuff. But just for now, I wanted to trace the outline of the picture just to make me a little bit more confident with it. But when I do get the confidence, then I will be just doing it freehand. But yeah, so what I wanted to do is to make it very accurate in terms of like an Iranian inspired sim. I wanted to take a background from Iran, like just somewhere, just like a random place, and try and copy it to make it look like she's actually standing in Iran. You know, I've never been. In fact, after this, I really want to go. If anything, this creator sim has told me like how much I want to book a holiday, seriously, because like this looks amazing. I'm sorry. Just like the view, doesn't it just look like really romantic? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'm obsessed. Like I'm obsessed with the buildings and just everything. I love it. So I was really happy with it. And I was like shading in different colours. This was like my idea. So I was using like 3 different colours to like contrast each other and make it look like there's buildings, but not go into too much detail with the buildings. Like I feel if you add windows and doors and stuff and, you know, too much shading, it's just gonna look like too much, but I felt it looked okay. I didn't feel like I had to do all the way behind her as well, so I only did like the sides. So if you actually removed her, there'd be like nothing in the middle. It'd be really awkward, but I feel like it looks okay. And then just to finish off, I was adding some like sunset vibes, because I always like to make it look like the sun is just like hitting the Sims, you know? just to give them like real personality in the picture. I don't know, I think it does. I think that sunsets always look like pretty. So the last little detail that I added was to make the headscarf look a little bit more wavy and flowing in the wind. So I just added like a little bit more to it. And that is the end of it. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see your future ones. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your suggestions below, and I will speak to you all soon.